So today I was endlessly scrolling through my YouTube front page, and then I stumbled upon a video that very much reminded me of an idea that I actually had saved for a while that I forgot about. And it was to see if AI or ChatGPT, for example, doesn't know if it can play ULTRAKILL at all, or how well if it can. So today we got ChatGPT open here. This is the first time that I'm ever using ChatGPT on my laptop, by the way. Up until this point, I've actually never tried to use ChatGPT, which is very weird. So I have done this for the sake of this video only. So we are going to ask it, have you heard of this game called ULTRAKILL? By the way, it is worth mentioning that I'm not logged into the website. I don't know if I should do that in order for the AI to really be making its brain work for the answers here. So it is searching the web. So it has given me this very accurate description of it and a couple paragraphs down to every minute detail of it. But I'm not gonna read all that, so I'm gonna do a little pretending here. I am going to tell it, I'm new to ULTRAKILL and I want to know how to P-rank levels efficiently. Can you give me some tips that you know on how to do that? Absolutely, welcome to ULTRAKILL and congrats on aiming for P-ranks right away. That's the highest honor per level and it demands kill, speed and style. Here's a clear breakdown on how to P-rank efficiently and some practical tips to get you there. What is a P-rank? I already know that. I don't need you to tell me that. Now I know I might be also very late to this and I should have done this video when I exactly pinned that message on my Discord server to do this on, and we're only doing this for goofs, for a little bit of experimenting, but this could actually be useful for some people who want to P-rank levels efficiently. Well, somewhat useful maybe. Like it's saying right here, general P-ranking tips, replay the level first. That is the most basic yet most effective tip you can give to anyone basically. Now it's saying use rocket/sawblade jumps for height and skipping. I don't know what the sawblade jump is that it is talking about. I might have built my whole career on ULTRAKILL, but I don't know every tech that there is in the game. So maybe I should have done my studies before actually getting to interrogate ChatGPT about how to play the game. Ignore item pickups unless needed. The only item pickup that is not necessary is the dual wheel power up, I think. The rest of the skulls that you have to pick up. Know when to cancel animation. That's a pretty fair tip. Kill 100%, hunt down every last enemy. Style, the real challenge. Weapon variety, parries, environmental kills, explosion chaining, projectile reflection, punching your own shotgun core for huge style boost. You can't punch your own shotgun core. You can only mix it with a couple hit scan projectiles. But whatever, let's ignore that little error here. Pro tip, style doesn't require efficiency, just flashiness. Take your time and get creative in fights. That is true. Use the right loadout. It's talking about how every weapon works, and then at the end says S-rank tools, punches, combos, coins, movement tricks, learn them all. And it is insisting on punching your core eject shotgun, which just isn't possible, man. Use practice tools. Try mods or tools like practice mode via UMod if you're on PC. If you're going to P-rank any level using any mod, I recommend the faster punch mod. It is very fair and not at all broken. Watch P-rank runs, yeah, that's also pretty fair. YouTube channels like Frag Level, Doubt and Sunset often have full P-rank breakdowns. Are those like actual channels? I am searching right now, but I am not finding anybody by the name of Sunset. I haven't heard of these channels specifically because I don't watch any ULTRAKILL content myself on YouTube, and I don't know if ChatGPT is actually making stuff up by itself, but whatever. If you tell me which level or axe you're trying to P-rank, I can give you more tailored strategies or walkthrough help. Want that? I'd love to. Thanks for trying ChatGPT. Log in. Oh man, guess I'm gonna have to make an account then for this, huh? Alright, I made an account, let's continue. But this time it's from scratch. I don't know if it's gonna confuse it a little. How do you deal with Minos Prime in ULTRAKILL? I'm gonna ask like I'm asking for its own opinion. Maybe that will be a different answer. Minos Prime is one of the toughest encounters in ULTRAKILL. He's a secret boss found in P1 Soul Survivor in Act 2. Wait, I'm going to check something real quick. Unless I am just entirely forgotten how ULTRAKILL works. Why is it so bright? I guess cheats are on the background, but like in Act 2, the person you meet is Sisyphus Prime, not Minos Prime. Act 1, which contains 3-1, leads to P1, man, not Act 2. You should've known from when you say P1 here, man. How does 1 connect to Act 2? Attack patterns and counters. Punch combo, judgment. Judgment is not a punch combo. Counter, dash to the side, or parry at the right moment. At least that's correct. 2. Kick attack, have you no shame. Okay. A huge fast kick with long reach. I feel like that would be judgment, man. Grab, slam, cowardice. He leaps, tries to grab you, and slams you down for massive damage. Are we thinking of the same boss here, man? I feel like you've got the wrong guy. Maybe from a different game. Maybe like something like Mild Murder. Ground shockwave weak. Weak isn't even an attack. Flying kick slash dash. Foolishness. Alright, Virgil. He dashes across the arena with a flying kick. Dude, that's judgment too. Best weapons and tactics. Revolver. Marksman alt. That is a good one. Shotgun. Pump charge. Nail gun overheat alt. Use sparingly when he's open. Don't overcommit. That's true. I also use that. Rail cannon screwdriver alt. Perfect for punishing stagger windows. Now, I don't know when it would call a Minos Prime animation a stagger animation, but screwdriver is actually pretty good for getting heals in long range, so that's really not too far of a good tip. Strategy. Use the whole arena wall jump to avoid grabs and dash around to reset distance. Okay. I feel like it's kind of mistaken it with the corpse of King Minos because they do have the same name, but then again, the corpse doesn't have any grab attacks. Beating Minos Prime comes down to patience, learning his cues and punishing safely. Once you internalize his patterns, he feels almost like a rhythm fight. Dodge, parry, punish, repeat. Those are the same thing, man. Do you want me to break down which specific voice lines map to which attacks so you can anticipate them perfectly? No, I feel like based on your already clear knowledge that it's not good, man. Thanks, but no thanks. Now, how does one deal with Sisyphus Prime? Sisyphus Prime in P2 is considered the true skill check in ULTRAKILL. If Minos Prime was a fast duel, Sisyphus is that but cranked up. I thought it said cracked up. Key differences from Minos Prime: faster and more aggressive enemies, higher damage, tighter parry windows, and larger arena use. That is true. Attack patterns and counters. Here we go. Rapid punch, flurry, die. Actually, it's called You Can't Escape. Flying slam, behold true power. Man, what is this guy? It's definitely getting the wrong people, man. Launches upward and crashes down, creating shockwaves. That is partially true. Keep moving. Jump, dash to avoid waves. You can parry the slam if timed perfectly. You cannot do that. Kick and grab, pathetic. It also thinks that Sisyphus has a grab. Shockwave, fist, fool. Why is it getting every voice line so wrong? Like, he does not say kneel. He's not even half of a noble man to be saying that, man, by his looks alone. Are you crazy? Best weapons and usage: revolver, marksman alt, shotgun, pump charge, rail cannon, screwdriver, nail gun, overheat. Those are the same exact things that you said for Minos Prime. But I mean, I guess if they're that good, of course it's gonna recommend the same things because they would work. Strategy: play patient and defensive. Don't chase damage, focus on dodging and parrying first. Man, am I crazy? Or like 70% of what it's saying has the same meaning as this. Like, everything that it says right here can just be boiled down to, wait, don't get greedy or you might get your ass blasted. Mindset. Sisyphus Prime isn't just about execution, it's about patience. You said the same thing for Minos. But enough about bosses. I'm gonna ask it, what are some of the most damaging and useful techs you can pull off in ULTRAKILL? I'm gonna really test it here. Oh, nice question. ULTRAKILL is stacked with techs that let you crank your damage way beyond just shoot gun until thing dies. I feel like under the mayo has to read this. High damage and useful techs in ULTRAKILL. Revolver tech, coin ricochet, marksman, revolver, alt fire. That is a valid one, okay. Rail coin shot. Fire a coin, then shoot it with a rail cannon screwdriver. Shotgun tech, pump charge shot. Hold the pump to overcharge. One of the best stagger punish tools. It does not stagger, nor do I actually consider it an actual tech. It's the secondary. It's an actual direct secondary of the shotgun. It's not a tech. Tech, pre-charge it during downtime, then release right after a parry stun. Okay, that might have been what it meant and I just spoke too soon. Nail gun tech, magnet bombs. Stick a magnet to an enemy, fire nails into it. All nades concentrate for insane DPS. Yep, that's correct. Heat vent burst, overheat alt, spam nails until overheated, then vent in an enemy's face. Deals massive burst plus knocks enemies around. I don't think it knocks enemies around. Let me check again. No, this guy doesn't even move, man. You're lying. Alternate weapon synergies. Punch canceling. Feedbacker arm. Punch at the right time to cancel recovery animation. Lets you fire/attack faster than normal. No, you see, you can't do this. Like, the first time you can do that, sure. But because down there it has a little cooldown, you can't spam it for more than 1 second. But anyways, explosion boosting. Punch grenades, rockets, or shotgun explosions for a boosted AoE blast. You cannot punch grenades or rockets or shotgun explosions for that matter. You can make your pellets explode, sure, but explosions of your explosive pellets? No, you can't do that. Ground slam cancel. Slam from height, punch or shoot mid-slam to reset recovery and chain into attacks. I don't think slamming is that complicated, man. Slam itself is instant. You don't need to do any recovery for that whatsoever. If you want max DPS, the strongest combos are usually rail cone shots, rail cannon plus marksman cone ricochet. Got that one right. Magnet plus nail spam. Parentheses saw blade alt. Which one, man? If you want utility/survival, focus on feedbacker, punch cancels, parries for healing and safety. Feedbacker needs nothing that you have to cancel. Explosion boosting plus ground slam cancels for mibble. What are you talking about? What does ground slam need for you to cancel? When you slam into the ground, you immediately start moving. Unless you mean when you're so high up in the air, you dash somehow to break out of your slamming. But like, you don't necessarily have to do that. I feel like you're just making up terms and gameplay mechanics just to sound smart, man. Like, I'm not one of the smart ULTRAKILL players, but I definitely know that these are not what you have to do. Where do you get your sources for these from? Good question. The game itself, a lot of this is observable directly by playing and experimenting. Parry timings, weapon synergies, hidden mechanics. I assure you, no matter how many times you fiddle with the mechanics, you don't have to punch cancel or slam cancel. Developer intent and patch notes, community knowledge, general FPS character action text. So it's a blend of hard game mechanics plus dev info plus community tested tech. I'm not just guessing. You are actually just guessing. Not only are you guessing in fact, but you are making misinformation by the second. I want to ask you a specific question. I want to ask you what re-no-no and arsenal mean and what I have done. And it is saying right here, re-no-no disappears when you parry an attack with the feedbacker blue arm. Okay. The name comes from the sound effect it makes. No, no, no style reject. Disappears when you switch weapons quickly and use multiple different ones in short succession. The game rewards variety, so swapping between guns instead of spamming one racks up more points. Example, shoot revolver, swap to shotgun, then nail gun. That'll trigger arsenal. As I have not actually read and ate up the entire wiki of the styles on ULTRAKILL, I'm gonna assume that's actually correct for arsenal because it does sound like it is correct. Basically, re-no-no parry with feedbacker. No! Do you want me to make a full list of all style bonuses in ULTRAKILL like slam jam, revolver, ocelot, supercharge, etc. with what triggers them? Are those actual styles? Like, hold up. Are you making stuff up? You are making stuff up. There is no such thing as revolver ocelot or slam jam. So, as the title of this video has begged the question of how would AI play ULTRAKILL, I would say that it knows kind of what it's doing. Like, it's that meme that it says he's a little confused, but he's got the spirit. It names the styles wrong and gives the wrong tips that somehow work if you were to put them into practice. So I would say it's not too far off, but it's not like on the spot either. As the big AI that supposedly is the smartest one around here in 2025 is not really very knowledgeable on it, but I honestly expected this because ULTRAKILL is kind of like one of the many games out there, so it can't know everything about every game, honestly. And also, during the entire recording process of this, I hope my webcam did not lag like the past 3 or 4 videos that it has done. I'm honestly sick of that, man. I really need to buy a better laptop. But anyways, if you got this far in the video, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked it, or maybe even comment or subscribe if you want to see more of these videos, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.